3, 2, 1.
Hello, my name is Neldrika Whitaker, and I am the lead teacher at Dr. Walter Cunningham School for Excellence. Today I will be filling in for Dr. Gloria Kirkland Holmes, and the program that we're doing right now is Family Rewards of Life. Today we have some leaders, some Cunningham Star students from Dr. Walter Cunningham School for Excellence. We have some first graders that are here with us, and they're going to talk to us about different things that are going on at school, and they're going to talk to us things about going on in the classroom. And so we have from Mrs. Sims' class, we have Benjamin Frazier and Kaya Shavers. From Mrs. Ross's first grade class, we have Ladarius Bell and Ariana Andrews. So we're going to start and let our students have just a second or two just to kind of tell you one thing that they like about school and one thing about themselves. So let's start with Benjamin. Benjamin, can you tell us a little bit about yourself, one thing about yourself and something that you like about school?
I like school because I like to learn about different stuff, and what I like about myself is I like to do stuff with other people.
Very good. All right, and let's hear from Kaya. Kaya, can you tell us a little bit about yourself and something you like about school?
Well, I like school because I like to learn, and so I know about me. I like to play outside with my dog.
You like to play outside. Very good. And from Mrs. Ross' class, we have Ladarius. Ladarius, can you tell us one thing about yourself and something you like about school?
One thing about myself, I do stuff with my friends.
Do stuff with your friends. And tell us something you like about school.
I like school because my favorite thing about school, I like to do math.
You like to do math. What are you working on in math right now?
We was working patterns.
Patterns. Very good. And we have Ariana. Ariana, can you tell me something about yourself and what you like about school?
Well, I love to play with my goldfish and my puppy.
You like to play with your goldfish and puppy?
And for school, I just love, we can learn about different cultures and animals.
Oh, very nice. And that kind of leads us into what we're going to be focusing on today. We've been doing a lot of work at Cunningham regarding Black History Month. And so that's going to be some of the stuff that we're going to be talking about today. So I love the way you kind of just brought us into that, talking about the different cultures and stuff. So, question I want to throw out to you guys. What do you know about Black History Month? What do you know about Black History Month? What is it? Let's start with Benjamin.
They celebrate Black History Month because they are celebrating the culture.
Celebrating the culture. Are you learning a lot about the culture?
Yeah.
Okay. How about you, Kaya?
Well, because they help people.
Because they help people? Who helps people?
They help people because they help people because they help people because they do good things for us.
They do good things for us? Okay. Ladarius, since you're sitting right there next to her, why don't you tell us about why we celebrate, or what do you know about Black History Month?
Black History Month is about projects, about everything about Black people, and that's why they call it Black History, because people in Black history, they know everything about Black History Month.
So it's a time to kind of learn about the different things in history that African Americans have contributed to. And Ariana?
Well, the thing is, Black history people goes to help people. They go to different schools to help them with that. And they love helping people, and they make differences in people's lives.
They're making differences in people's lives. So now I've heard that you guys, and I've seen some of your work too, you guys have been doing some Black History projects in your classrooms.
Yeah.
So you've been learning about a lot of different people. Let's start with Ladarius. Ladarius, can you tell us about your Black History project that you're working on, who you selected, and why you chose this person? So who are you guys working on right now?
We're working on Dr. Patricia Bath.
Ah, and what have you learned about?
She made this blind thing so blind people can see better.
Oh, okay. Now, is that something you knew before, or is this something new that you're learning?
Something new I'm learning.
Okay. Let's hear from Benjamin. Benjamin, now, why don't you tell us who you did for your Black History project and why you chose that person?
Madam C.J. Walker.
Madam C.J. Walker. Okay, and tell me about that. What have you learned about Madam C.J. Walker?
She's the first African American woman that does hair products.
That does hair products. Okay. Now, is this individual project that you're working on, or is your whole class doing that same project?
Our whole class is doing it.
Your whole class is doing that project. So, Kaya, is that what you're working on as well?
Yes.
Yes. So, what have you learned about Madam C.J. Walker?
Well, her hair was falling out, so she made hair products so her hair wouldn't fall out anymore.
So she could keep her hair in and not fall out anymore? Okay. Ariana, who are you working on? Ariana, who are you working on?
Dr. Patricia Bath, and she invented a laser to help blind people that see. She invented stuff to help people see, to help people walk, and she's a great doctor.
Okay. Now, let me ask you guys, and I know we didn't really talk about this, but are these the people that you'll be presenting at the Black History program this week?
Yeah.
Oh. So does anybody want to share a little bit about the Black History program that we have going on at Dr. Walter Cunningham School for Excellence? Kaya.
Well, it's going to be something, it's going to be lots of people, and we have to stand on the stage.
You're going to stand on the stage and people are going to come and watch. Yes. Benjamin?
We're doing it because we're going to show how Black History people helped us do something that helps us do good things and make good choices.
Now, is it just your class or is the whole school participating in this? Ladarius?
The whole school is.
The whole school's participating in. Does anybody remember the date and time that we're having this assembly? Does anybody remember the date and time that we're having this assembly? Ariana?
9 o'clock.
Not quite at 9 o'clock. Benjamin?
We're having it on Saturday.
Nope, not quite Saturday either. We're having our Black History program, our assembly, is going to be at 1 o'clock on Friday afternoon. So again, it's going to be at 1 o'clock on Friday afternoon.
Okay. And I love Patricia Bath. She inspired me to be a doctor.
Oh, wow. Just one thing to throw out too, that it's the 28th, Friday the 28th at 1 o'clock. So you said that she inspires you to want to be a doctor when you get older?
Yeah.
Wow, that's outstanding. We need more doctors out there, and I think you'd make a really good one. Some more questions that I have for you guys. What else have you learned about the person that you're studying that you never knew? So there might be some stuff that you knew already, but what's something that you learned that was like an aha moment? Like, I didn't know this before, and now I know this.
I know that Patricia Bath, when she was a little girl, My mom bought her a chemistry set, and then she just started to like science. And then she wanted to be a doctor to help people see.
So since you said you wanted to be a doctor like her, do you like to do science as well?
Yeah.
Yeah.
The new one that we're working on is Opera Whitney. She's on a show about pets and other pets, and she's still alive.
Also, a new person that you're working on as well as Oprah Winfrey. So you've been learning stuff about her as well?
Yeah.
Very nice. What else? What have you learned about, I believe your class is doing Madam C.J. Walker. What else have you learned about Madam C.J. Walker that you just didn't know before?
Well, I thought her hair just got cut in it, but it fell all out.
It fell out. Was it before she started using her hair products?
Yes.
Oh, okay. Liz, why don't you tell us, what did you learn new about the person that you're working on?
I learned about Dr. Martin Luther King because he did everything because he used to do speeches a lot.
Mm-hmm. Is there anything else that you like about him?
I want to be a minister too.
You want to be a minister like him. That's outstanding. That's outstanding. Thank you for sharing that. Let me ask you guys something else. Outside of the ones that you're working on for this project, who are some other people that you've learned about during this month of Black History? What are some other people that you've learned about? And why is this person famous? And why is this person important?
Okay. The other person we're working on is the other person we're working on is George. Wait, not just Richard, but Martin Luther King.
You're working on Martin Luther King? Okay, and what are you learning about Martin Luther King?
We learned that we could be just like him or be somebody else. But we learned in a book that he got shot.
Oh, so you learned how he passed away? Mm-hmm. Did you learn why he's famous? Do you know why he's famous?
Because he working hard and trying to.
Because he was working hard at what he was doing? Mm-hmm. Benjamin, tell me who else you've learned about. You told us a little bit about Oprah Winfrey. You talked about Madam C.J. Walker. But can you think of anyone else that you guys have learned about this year?
No.
No one else? Okay, well I want you to think about it because you had that look in your eye like, oh, I had one and I think it might have just escaped for a second. So think about it again because you had that look like you had someone. Yes, go ahead, Kaya.
Well, we've been learning about Rosa Parks.
Rosa Parks. What do you know about Rosa Parks?
She didn't want to give up her seat on the bus.
So what happened with that? Do you remember what happened with that?
The black people had to walk.
Well, during that time frame, they had to walk. Did you have something else to add about that, Benjamin? Ruby Bridges. What have you learned about Ruby Bridges?
She was a 6-year-old kid that went to a white kid school.
Oh, and what happened with that? Do you remember?
She smiled and she read. And there was a lot of people by her when she was going to school, and there was marshals right beside her, and they was carrying guns.
Excellent job. So they didn't want her at that school, did they?
No.
Not at first, but she held her head high, and she went to school.
And they wanted to kill her and hurt her, but they
Mm-hmm.
really didn't.
Because she knew those things, and she held on tight, and she kept going to school.
And she prayed for those people who hated her.
Very good, very good. And you think that kind of helped her become strong and be able to get through that tough time?
Yeah.
Yes, it did. Darius, did you have one? I thought I saw you with your hand in the air. You want to share someone else that you have worked on this school year?
We learned about Martin Luther King. He did nice things to others, when his dad was a minister, and then Martin Luther King wanted to be a minister too, and then he started to do everything like his dad used to do. His dad used to do speeches and everything.
So he wanted to be like his father, and that's how he learned all the stuff that he did?
Yeah.
So you think he was his role model? Yeah. Now, let's talk about all the people that we talked about. We threw a lot of names out there, and you guys had so much knowledge, and you guys are first graders. Outstanding. I'm going to let you guys know that you guys are doing an outstanding job. Now, thinking about all the people we've talked about, and maybe some that we haven't talked about, can you think of maybe one person that's made a difference in your life and how you believe they've made a difference in your lives? So think of maybe one person that either you talked about today or you talked about at school, what they did and how that makes a difference in your lives. Ladarius, we'll start with you on this one.
We learned about today for school. We learned about that Dr. Patricia Bath all day. We making posters, we making letters, and we making speeches better.
So how has she made a difference in your life?
She helped others, and she did everything.
Okay, very good. And are you one of those people, because you said something about being like the minister thing, and that's why you like Dr. Martin Luther King, so that makes a difference in people's lives, so maybe that's one way that you guys kind of connect the same, making a difference. Yeah. Benjamin.
Lonnie Johnson.
Tell me more.
He was a man. He's a man who created water guns, little and big.
Oh, so how has that made a difference in your life?
He made toys for us to play with them and buy them and have fun with them.
Yes.
We'll be learning about George Crumb.
George Crumb. Now tell me about that one. You guys had a good story about that one.
He made chips for us so we could eat.
Well, that's made a huge difference in everyone's lives, huh? Because I know everybody, you guys all like chips?
I love hot
Yeah,
chips.
Yeah.
I like hot Cheetos and potato chips.
Me too.
So that's made a difference, huh? Yeah. Anyone else have one that they want to share that has made a difference in their life? Ruby Bridges. And how has what she's done made a difference in your life?
I don't feel scared to walk by myself to school no more.
You don't feel scared to walk to school anymore by yourself. So you kind of have learned from her experiences, and you put on that brave face like her.
And I pray for my mom because she had surgery.
And that prayer is helping, isn't it? Yes.
And when I was 4 years old, I had surgery to get my tonsils out. And then when I went to bed, I laid in there, and then I prayed. I said, Lord, just help me get my surgery and help me get better, Lord. In Jesus' name, amen.
And it helped, didn't it? Excellent, excellent. You guys have been learning some really good stuff. Really good stuff. Kylie, did you want to add one more thing about that?
Yeah, I was brave when I got a shot because I don't like shots and they hurt. So I was just brave and didn't cry.
See, so you guys all know how it feels to be brave like Ruby Bridges was, don't you? Because that's what she had. She had to be brave just like you guys. So since we've been talking, I've kind of heard a little bit about, what you guys want to be when you grow up. Let's kind of go around the table. I want to hear, what do you want to be when you grow up? Because you guys have been really sharing some really good stuff, and I want to hear about what you want to be when you grow up. Let's just go around the table. Let's start with Kai and we'll go all the way around.
I want to be a teacher when I grow up.
You want to be a teacher, Kai? Can you tell us why you want to be a teacher? Make sure you tell us why, too. Why do you want to be a teacher, Kai?
Because Miss Sims is a good teacher and I learned some stuff from her, and I want to be a teacher just like her, but I want to be a kindergarten teacher.
You want to be a kindergarten teacher.
And in Miss Van Winkle's class, I learned some stuff about her.
You learned a lot from Mrs. Van Winkle, too. Excellent job. We have a future kindergarten teacher.
I want to be a speaker like Martin Luther King did, and I want to be a minister.
Did you say you wanted to be a speaker or a preacher? You say preacher? Or
No.
speaker?
Speaker.
Speaker like him, and then you said you wanted to be a minister like him? Excellent job. And why did you choose to be like a speaker and a minister like Dr. Martin Luther King Jr.?
Because I like to speak to the world, because sometimes some people don't know about Black history, but some do.
Oh, so you want to help educate people on Black history. Excellent job.
I want to be a police officer.
You want to be a police officer. And why do you want to be a police officer?
Because they help people, and they hope people don't get hurt or shot or don't die, and they arrest people when they call 911 really fast.
Mm-hmm.
So they come really fast, so the criminal won't shoot them or make them die.
Okay.
And I want to be a doctor because my whole family's a doctor. They inspired me.
Because your whole families are doctors and they inspire you?
Yeah.
Do you know what type of doctor you want to be?
Well,
Do you like working with the children? Do you want to help people who are having problems with their back or their heart? Or
I could say children,
you want to help the children?
like babies and big children like us.
Okay. Now, let me ask you guys something. You guys have been doing such a really good job with me. I want to know what your favorite subject is in school. What is your favorite subject in school? And tell me why, and what you're doing in that subject right now.
Math.
You like math? And what are you guys learning in math right now?
Patterns.
Patterns. Have you learned something new about patterns?
Yeah, you could do 4 patterns like red, blue, green, yellow. And then we could do like 3 patterns, 2 patterns. Or we could just do like, we could follow and it repeats.
Okay.
We're learning about Black history. We're learning about Black history.
About Black history. And what's the one thing that you like the most about what you've learned?
I like it because it inspires me to become one, to help Black history be a better thing to be, and a better thing to be like it.
So you want to be like the people you're studying.
Mm-hmm.
Awesome. What do you want to be when you grow up? I'm sorry. What's your favorite subject when you are at school?
My favorite subject is specials.
Specials. And what are specials? Just in case everybody doesn't know, what are specials?
Specials is like you get to do, you listen to all the special teachings, and when you get done with all the stuff you do, then you get to do your free stuff.
So what's your favorite special?
My favorite special is gym and music.
Gym and music? And what are you guys doing in gym and music right now?
We learn about in music. We learn about this one song, because I'm happy, and for gym we doing kick stuff in gym. Like we kick balls.
Kickballs, okay. Kai, what about you? What's your favorite subject in school?
Reading
reading workshop. What do you guys do during reading workshop?
We, for choice board, we go on the computers or do anything.
Oh, so you get to do computers during your reading workshop? Very good. Now, I have another question for you guys. We do a lot at Cunningham with being leaders. How are you leaders, either at school or in your families or for the community? Think about how you guys are leaders, because we want all of our students are expected to be leaders.